let's move on very quickly. Dumnodi, what's happening? Ondo State, football agency.
They've signed this. They've appointed this man as the technical director of the Ondo State football agency.
This guy looks familiar. Has he been around before?
He's been around before. He's a former director of the Kwara Football Academy.
Okay, from Kwara. Then he went back.
He went back and
Skonto. Where did he go to?
He went to at least
your club.
The club that has won titles.
Your club in Latvia.
In Latvia.
Skonto
Vija. In Latvia. The club I adopted in Europe.
So this man from Skonto Ranger is coming to live sunshine to glory.
Yes, it's not just sunshine alone. It's the technical director of the Ondo State football agency.
All the teams in Ondo, you work with them.
You're going to work with them.
Okay.
You're going to do training of the coach. You're going to head the coaching unit. You're going to be involved in organizing training and training of all the coaches under the agency. It's going to, of course, you'll be given a target to lead Sunshine Stars to first and second position in the league. So it means they have to recruit more players and do very well at home. And don't concede 2 late goals away from home when they are close to victory. And the Sunshine Queens, they should be able to.
All the teams in Ondo State.
All right. So, of course, that's his new position. He's going to resume, but he's going to be the head of the technical team because they have an head coach, Kennedy Boboye. Then,
so he works with all
I don't know whether he's going to be on the bench.
By the time the season starts, so we know he's on the bench. Well, we know he's on the bench.
On the bench.
All right, but that's a good one. Let's wish them the best of luck. Sunshine Stars. Remember, they went on a tour of Hungary.
Yes.
Yeah, pre-season. We'll talk about all of that maybe next week as well, and talk about other teams and find out how they are getting ready for the new season. All right, let's go quickly. Talk about Brown Ideye. This is not really pleasant news. Really not pleasant news. Tolu, I don't know. What's going on?
Well, it's so unlucky that
I hope
everything.
This isn't true because this guy has barely settled in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
I thought they wanted to give him more time to settle.
What really happened was because the manager who just came in now, Tony Pulis, the manager who brought him in is different. And really, it wasn't the one who really brought him in. It was the man in charge of transfers who brought him in. And then the man who was sacked, Alan Ivan, always complained about the players he had at his disposal not being good enough quality for him. And then Brown, unfortunately, got injured at that time. And then when you are competing against a British young lad who is scoring goals, Seydou Berahino, it is difficult for you as a foreigner to get games when that young man is scoring goals. And that is exactly what happened. Then we have Anichebe in the same club. That is someone who knows the terrain a lot better than Brown Ideye did. And of course, he's been struggling to even get games. And when he get games, struggling to really impress.
And when it is January, Dumnodi, you hear stories about offloading.
Well, I hope he survives January. I hope he survives Tony Pulis. Tony Pulis is a coach that has a conservative style of play. I don't know how he can fit into that style. Very conservative. You won't want to score, but I think you won't concede. But I don't know whether Ideye can fit into that kind of coaching style. But I think for Ideye, this is probably going to be one of his worst transfer move. He had one of the best seasons apart from Sochaux to Dynamo Kiev. But
I think he hurried himself out of Dynamo Kiev because he was struggling with Dimitri Bukhani and he felt he wasn't getting enough playing time. He left. And now he's worse here.
My challenge for Brown Ideye: stay and fight. Stay and fight. But you know, if sometimes you could move to get some energy and then come back.
Yeah.
But I hope he takes the right decision this January for his own sake, so that he can get enough playing time and then make a return to the national team. Quickly, our time is running out. Let's talk about big games in Europe this weekend. And we've just highlighted 3 games, 2 in Italy, 1 in Spain. Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. It doesn't get bigger than that. Juventus against Napoli. Remember, just a few days ago, they played the Coppa d'Italia final. Napoli winning on penalties. And then you have Roma against Lazio. It's the derby in Rome. These are massive games this weekend in Europe. You can be sure that when we return on Monday, we'll be talking about all of these games as well. But, Dumnodi, very quickly, what's going wrong with Barcelona? We're hearing all kinds of stories. These are not the best of times for Barcelona.
No, they're not the best of times for Barcelona. They said because they've given the transfer ban. They're going to
show FIFA events.
In protest, they're going to show the FIFA Ballon d'Or coming up on Monday. Well, I don't know how that will work out for them. Is it the players or the club that will show now? Are you telling your players not to show up? What if a Messi is announced the winner? So Messi will just show up for the award.
But so apart from that, there's also a story about unrest. that Messi wants to activate a clause to go to Chelsea for £500 million, all the money in the world, and all of that. The coach and Messi are not on the same page. What's going on?
It happens every time at Barcelona. They have this icon called Lionel Messi, and once he falls out with any manager, it is difficult for the manager to stay. He had similar issues with Pep Guardiola. He had same issue with Tata Martino. As a matter of fact, it was reported that he endorsed the appointment of Gerardo Tata Martino in the first place, and he's already falling out with Luis Enrique. Well, Luis Enrique has a precedence of having issues with club icons. He had same issues with Francesco Totti while he was at Roma 2 seasons ago, and hopefully he will not lose his job this time around again, because he had to resign at the end of that season when he was at Roma.
All right, so that's the story around Barcelona. Let's see how it pans out at the end of the day. That's what we call player power. And I mean, if anybody should have that power, should be arguably the best player in the world.
Of course.
But we'll find out how it pans out in the next couple of days. Let me read a few tweets very quickly, because Tunde Ogunshiku still has to come and talk chess on the show tonight. Timi Ebekagboro, our very good friend, who is the media officer of the Olympic team, is informing us that the Olympic team will resume camping on Sunday, and training will begin on Monday. And he says Coach Samson Siasia has arrived from the United States of America, and the players are to report to Febsin Hotel. I'm sure they know where that should be, somewhere in Abuja. So that's the news coming through from Timi Ebekagboro. Dream Team are resuming camp on Sunday. Training starts on Monday. Remember, they're going to be part of the Super 6 that the league management company are putting together. The Flying Eagles, the Dream Team, and Pillars, Enyimba, Dolphins, and Warriors.
Yeah.
Looks like a very good tournament. Passing Akabilo Tunde says our players need to work hard, play in top flight clubs, and be regular and consistent. And he says congrats to Yaya Toure and Ashisha Toshola. Hashtag sports tonight. Jeff Forever says I see Memedok winning CAF award one day if he remains disciplined. God bless Nigeria. All right, okay? Let's go on a quick break now. Take you to Melbourne. Bring you highlights of Asian Cup. By the time we're back from Asia, who have told Dumnodi Okonta and Tolu to go and enjoy the weekend. Tunde Ogunshiku will be my guest. Join us again.